What a fantastic day to be a beginner auction sniper, or probably even intermediates. Um, the release of the Peel P50 into the game has created a frenzy of activity. When the vehicle first came, it's gifted by Forza to every player in the game, so it's not like there aren't going to be enough supply for the demand. But as people are trying to sell them and make as much money as they can before the market drops, um, yeah, it's just created a wild ride from what I've been watching. So at first, as the first sellers were putting them up, they were going immediately for 20 million credits, keeping the auction house almost always empty. And then it just got absolutely flooded, obviously, when that many players are getting these and putting them up. So, uh, probably my favorite car in the whole game, the Peel 50 here. It's just what a great little car. And obviously, whenever you don't tune it and you leave it stock, I think it has a top speed of about 45 miles an hour and can't make it up most of the hills in the game. Um, and then when you do tune it up and you get it where it can go about 150 or so, I don't care who tuned it, the thing is just a hot mess. So, yeah, definitely one of my favorite cars in the game. So, let's check it out. Obviously, the legendary painters, uh, well, any painters actually, were racing when it first came out to get their liveries up, and so were the first tuners. Um, I really, really hate this design that everyone does with the eyeballs. It just, I don't know. I guess it's a toy or it's a cartoon, but it just not impressive to me. Same with the Kinder. Everyone does that Kinder thing or Supreme. I'm sure we'll be seeing Supreme in the next day or two up there. So yeah, let's take a look at it in the auction house now. Let me show you what's going on from what I see it. So if we come up here and we search the Peel, now at this point I don't think the Trident is available, but if it were to pop up in my search the way I'm searching, I would buy it anyway since I don't have one. But you can limit it to just the Peel P50 if you're more interested in that. So for me, I'm going to leave it open. Now, if we just look at what's happening in the marketplace, it's absolutely flooded in the auction house. There've got to be, however many the maximum it displays at once, probably somewhere between 50 and, I don't know, 100 maybe, if that many. But that's just 5 minutes worth of Peel P50s that are going to end in the next 5 minutes. So, yeah, just a deluge of peels in here. So now, if we use the maximum buyout, we can figure out where the lowest buyout prices are in the auction. And it's not, well, it might be a million, but probably not with that many. Okay, 900,000 has quite a few. Earlier, when I was looking just a little while ago, there was only one or two for a million, so you can see how they just keep getting added. 800,000, there's still none. I know, goofing off a couple minutes ago, I bought one or two and put them up, and they immediately sold for 800,000 credits. So it's probably somewhere in the 800,000 is still an absolute immediate sale. But now that we know 800,000 has none of these available, um, it opens up. This is a fantastic opportunity for beginners, first off, to try to get these for somewhere in the less than 200,000 range, and preferably, obviously, less than 100,000. But if you were to cap your max buyout at 200,000 and you were to stumble across one of these popping up on the screen, obviously that would be an instant buyout you'd want to do. and then relist it somewhere in the 6, 7, 800,000 range and just take your few 100,000 profit and keep going. But I think this is that one instance where, or one of few instances where I actually prefer and think it's a better opportunity if you try to do the last. Oh, there's one on. Oh, it was already closed. Look at that, 138,000. So this person's probably going to sell it immediately at 7 or 800,000. And even if they sold it immediately at 700,000, that would be over a 400,000 credit profit. Now, don't forget, you do have caps on how many auctions you can buy and how many auctions you can successfully sell in a certain time frame. I don't know what the caps are, but I hit them every once in a while, and especially as a beginner, I would hit them a lot because of the volume I was doing. So you could run into those. Now, I already saw one pop up, so we have to assume, and I saw some earlier, so I know, people are listing these for a ridiculously low price that's instant profit to anyone who gets them. But this is going to be, in my opinion, the less opportunity when it comes to auction sniping these today. How I would be sniping these is I would raise this up and do like a 2 million buyout, because that's not good. You could even take the buyout off, but I don't want anything popping up that has like a 7 or 800,000 credit buyout that I might not see, that I try to bid on and waste my time. So I'm going to put, I'm sorry, it would pop up anyway. What am I thinking? Okay, let's just take the max buyout off. And what we want to do is we want to move the max bid. At this point, I don't want to see anything that has a max bid over 50,000. And here's all of the ones that are ending, and it's going to be a full screen still. It's just going to have a longer time until the last option of the screen shows. Let's see. So now we're at 20, almost 30 minutes. So a lot fewer selection, but this is what we're looking for. We can see that there's 2 auctions ending in the less than a minute, and they're only at 30,000 and change, 40,000-ish. So if we were to be able to buy these for 100,000, I mean, you have so much opportunity here. You can stack these up in your queue. You can try to cherry pick these these A-tuned ones, and maybe get one for yourself and sell your own D version. It's what a fantastic opportunity to be sniping cars for profit. So let's throw down on one of these and just see if we can even get a bid in. Now there's going to be, I mean, if trying to buy out ones under 200,000 is like a hawk swoop, a whole bunch of hawks swooping down and seeing which bird gets the peel, this will be like a shark feeding frenzy. There are going to be all kinds of people watching these and going at it at the last minute. So it might even be hard to get a bid like this in on something that's at the top of it. You might need to move down 1 or even 2 to get a bid in to secure your opportunity. So here we go. In 2 minutes, we'll be able to follow this one and see if we can. Oh, okay, we got 2. Perfect. So let's back out of here. I'm going to go over to the My Bids section, and here's both the ones we bid on. And now I'm going to wait for it to go to ending soon. I don't want to keep bidding it up, because the more I'm bidding it up, the more profit I'm taking away from myself if I were to win it, and the more I'm taking away from someone else. Some people just want to keep bidding to be first the whole way through, and I guess that's their prerogative. So here we go. So our first one is hitting ending soon, and normally that's the case. It normally stacks in by the ending auction time, but that doesn't always happen. And if it stacks wrong, you might have to scroll down however many you queued up to get to the one you actually want to bid on. But so we're under 60 seconds. Obviously, we're not winning because I haven't been bidding on it. But we can just refresh this. Wow, see, it's already jumped to 119,000. I'd still, pay that 150 to 200,000 at this point. You'd still make great profit. So I'll go ahead and throw one bid in here. Whoa, I do not want to buy it out. I'm too used to the other type of auction. Okay, well, that was good. I caught myself. I'm just going to collect her credits on this one. This one's going to go higher than I want anyway. So don't be afraid to, don't get caught up. I had already said I wasn't going to pay more than 200,000. This one went past it, so I would have backed out no matter what. But now we have a second one, and it's much lower. It's also ending in less than 60 seconds now, and now we're in it. So I do not want to hit the deep. I'm still acting like I'm doing the other type of auction sniping, so I'm not even going to get a bid in. Yeah, that was not good. I'm not practiced at this, and it's so simple. I mean, you just hit the Y button. Let's go do one more, and then I'm going to shut the video down and post it. But I don't know if I can even get a bid on one of these first two, but if I can, obviously we'll be able to follow it quicker. Well, let's back out and try again. Excuse me. All right, I'm going to try this one. Okay, so we're back. Let's go over to this screen now. Sometimes if you refresh that first screen and you don't have a bid in, the vehicle won't show up if it's under a minute. So you might miss the opportunity if you don't have a bid in, I found. So I'm just going to wait now. I'm going to refresh a little bit and see when it goes down to auction ending soon, meaning less than 1 minute. I don't always think it goes 60 seconds. Sometimes I think it goes less. Sometimes I think it actually goes considerably more. But so it's still under 50,000. It's definitely going to hit 100,000, maybe even get to 2. So there's a lot of activity, but there's a lot of opportunity as well. I've already seen Boomstick Bob on the other one we were bidding on. So I think it's time to start bidding. So I'm going to go back in one more time. You just hit the Y button and then you hit the A button until you see this and you stop. Now, if you're the winning bid like I am and you leave and come back in, make sure that yellow banner is not up there at the top left. You want to see the red banner where it says outbid, because if it's your own banner, you risk buying the vehicle out at the full price. So once you know that you're outbid, you can feel free to do the Y and mash the A button. So you'll figure it out. It's very simple. This one's going to close. I'm not going to get it. Oh, I'm probably last bid. Yep. Look at that. Didn't even have to wait. It just went right to collect car. So yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. And if you're a beginner sniper or intermediate, I don't think you're going to have much, if any, competition from high-level snipers, because it's not enough profit in it, and they risk freezing themselves out if they buy and sell too much. So 160,000 stayed under my limit. And now let me just show you. We'll take another moment or two since we collected it. Let's go ahead and first I want to double check. Let me make sure how many are being sold for 800,000 or less. I'm gonna guess it's probably still none, but by the time I get this video posted, this number could drop. Oh, none. But look at that, we saw another one. There was a snipe for 100, same price we paid. Isn't that funny? So yeah, still none of them for sale for 800,000. So I'm not going to be greedy, but I'm not going to give it away. I know it'll sell instantly for 800,000 credits, probably before I can back out. So let's grab this one. I'm not going to check Car Mastery because I already know what's on it, and I don't need any of the things on there. So just move it down to 800,000. Don't care what the starting price is, because this'll. Now, if you do care, move that up. But I feel this is going to, at this point in time, it will sell instantly. So I'm just going to list it at 800,000 max buyout. And by the time we're out of here, it'll probably already be picked up, and we can collect our credits. So let's come on out. There we go. Already sold. So almost looks like I know what I'm talking about, but always, as I say in practically every video, do your research for yourself. Bought it for what, 138,000 credits, sold it instantly for 800,000 credits. No, I'm sorry, it was 165,000 credits. Sold it for 800,000 credits. So the 15% seller's fee will come off of that. So what's that? 650, about 660. So we made about 500,000 credits profit right there in one vehicle. So go get them. Have fun. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them in that section as well. And oh, by the way, I'll be right back.